So let me kick off by saying that if this is your first time here listening, this is the Group Sales Power Hour podcast, and the mission here is to help you build a bigger, better travel business, bigger, better group travel business, to be more specific. In the audience right now are mostly my boot campers, but if you want to be here as a guest, just ping me, let me know. I'd love to have you in the audience. So a good portion of today's business variety show, as I'd like to say, is planned out, is carefully planned out, because I told you on our last Power Hour, I gave you homework, and the homework was to send me your profile, your business profile, because I want to read it out loud here and kind of have a little conversation and get your feedback too. And what happened was exactly what I expected would happen. Let me explain. So here I am. I'm a professional business coach. I offered everybody that if you send me your profile, I'll read it, give it a quick review, a quick critique. And if you know me by now, I'm nothing but loving. My critiques are always constructive, but I also have the nickname The Wrench. And the reason why I have the nickname The Wrench is because I'm good at throwing a wrench into just about everything. Now, if you ask for my opinion, I'll give it. I try not to give it if you don't, but if you send me your profile, you're going to get it constructively. I want to help you succeed. That's why I'm here. And what happened? I only got a few. And when I say only got a few, boy, am I grateful to people like Linda and Ryan and Nancy. Who else did I get? Hans, for sending it in to me. I'm grateful. I could have gotten hundreds. I got a handful. And again, I'm happy for the ones I have, which we're going to go through today. But what does that tell me? So what's the point, Stuart, of sharing this? Is that I don't think it was a matter of any of you being lazy. I'm not really a big fan of the word lazy, or being too busy, let's just say. I think it's a matter of, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm not that proud of it. Maybe I'm not that happy with it. Maybe I'm not that confident that my profile is as good as it can be. Now, if you're hearing my words right now and you agree with me that, hey, Stuart, you're right on the screws with that one, as Mike Marshall would say. You're right that, man, I was kind of afraid to send it to you because it's good but not great. It could be better. I hear you. I get you. I understand. And it's okay. At least I got that response from you, and at least you recognize, hey, I got more work to do. You know, I believe we're never as good as we can possibly be. The more work we do around something that we want to achieve, we can always do a little bit better. And I can't think of anything that's more important than your profile. Can you? When somebody comes to your social pages, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, and they check you out, what are they reading? When they come, if you're part of a consortium like Travel Agents Network or Ensemble or Virtuoso or any of these groups, or Nexion, or you with Dream Vacations or Cruise Planners, and they go and they check out your profile, are you confident you're telling your story? You are so magnetic that consumer is going to say, stop. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to Alicia. Hi, Alicia, you're here. So cool. Thank you. Carla. Hi, Carla. Elaine, Erin, Karen, Marina, Ramona, Ryan, Stacy, Trinita. I go on and on. Because that's what the profile is supposed to do. So we're going to talk about those today. First, I'm going to start off with a message I got from my good friend Sean Tubman. Do you know Sean? He is the vice president at Regent Seven Seas Cruises, and the information I want to read to you, I want to share with you that I think it's going to be helpful to my group enthusiasts here, which I know you all are. Then we're going to go through some of these profiles that were sent to me. Then we have an excellent opportunity that Ryan sent in, who's a member of Group Sales Boot Camp, I should say, about a letter to go and get some business. One of the most important things to me, friends, is that while you're here in the audience, if you have a comment, if you have a suggestion, or if you have a question, that you let your fingers do the typing, type it in, and I will do my best to address it within our hour, which will fly by. So let me just catch up with the boards here, and then we're going to read that statement that I got in from Sean. Alicia made a comment. Thank you so much for the invite. I enjoyed hearing you at our Dream Vacations virtual conference last week. Thank you, Alicia. I'm grateful for those words. I had a lot of fun producing that keynote. Boy, is it different producing a pre-recorded video keynote versus being there on stage live. And I knew it going in because that's all of my business. My professional speaking business, of course, has flipped. Everything is now either live or pre-recorded. And the beauty of it being pre-recorded, Alicia, and everybody, is that, man, I can really have some fun. So I did videotaping out at my lake house. I did videotaping here in the studio, and I put music in. I really had a good time. Boy, oh boy, did it take me a long time to produce that. It was only 20 minutes, and I'm really glad it resonated. I really had fun. I didn't want to give you all the cliches. I didn't want to say what perhaps all of you are already hearing, the same stuff, the same words. I still wanted to give you hope. I still wanted to be reality-based, and I wanted to inspire you, right, to be tenacious, to be prodigious, because, and what was the theme of that one, Alicia? The theme of that speech, and listen, everybody, is that on the other end of this pandemic, on the other end of this crisis, your value, listen carefully, as a travel advisor will either appreciate or depreciate. Your value on the other end of this crisis will either have appreciated or depreciated. How's that? So everything you do today, everything you did yesterday, and everything you will do tomorrow will determine your level of success or not. These are your leadership moments, ladies and gentlemen, business owners, independent contractors. I'll say it again. These are your leadership moments. If ever there was a need for a travel advisor, it's today, it was yesterday, and it will be tomorrow. So what are you doing? What have you been doing? What can you be doing to position yourself as the expert, as the trusted advisor, so that consumers, whether they know you or not, know you're the one who should be called? And that brings me back full circle to your profile, because before I send you an email, before I pick up the phone and call, before I engage in an online chat, before I answer your letter, Ryan, before I answer your email, Karen, before I attend a Zoom call, I want to know who you are. And in that one little itty bitty paragraph, if you don't knock my socks off, I'm not going to show up. I'm not going to call. I'm not going to email. Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. Good morning, Ramona. Glad you're here and coming to the mastermind, which is going to be now. By the way, everybody, you've heard me talk about this. I'm doing a mastermind with Mike Marshev, and we had to cancel it twice. I should say postpone it twice. It's now going to be in March 2021 at the Palace Resort Cancun, which is actually the Grand. We're going to be at the Grand at Moon Palace. Very, very excited. Elaine said you did get a reminder about this. Cool. Trinita's here. Totally dropped the ball on my loss. Don't worry about it, Trinita. You send me your profile and we'll do it. We'll hammer it out, even if we talk about it in our private Group Sales Bootcamp Facebook page, because this is important to me. I want to read these and I want to give you perspective. Trinita said, love the various backdrops for the speech. Thank you. Right, your dream vacation, so you saw it too. Super cool. I don't know what all these dings are. Are you hearing those dings? That's really interesting. I updated my Mac to the Big Sur, whatever it's called, and my email is off, my messages are off, and I'm hearing dings. Isn't that fascinating? I don't know why. You're not hearing the dings, Karen? Good. Then maybe It's all inside my head. Okay, let's get started here. Okay, so back on October 30th, I saw this post on Facebook, and it was posted again by a friend. He's been a friend for so many years. We kind of grew up in the business together. I have so much respect for him. He's now the Vice President of Strategic Partnerships at Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Now, if you're listening super closely now, maybe that's because, oh, it's a luxury cruise line. I want to do more luxury business. Do you want to do more luxury business? Every one of you are saying, me, yes, pick me. By the way, do you like my hat? Going casual today, going casual. I lost my train of thought, but thank you, ADHD, for bringing me down another rabbit hole. Actually, two. In any case, the title of this post, and he actually put a link to a news article, was, and you remember seeing this, friends, Regent claims new record for most bookings in a single day. I'll read it again. Regent claims new record for most bookings in a single day. So I reached out to Sean on instant message, and I said, hey man, what's going on there? Were there any groups booked? Do you have any trends? Anything? Can you give me a snapshot of what's going on with you? Congratulations on a great day. Love hearing that. Inspiring to every travel advisor who's reading his article and listening to this podcast or in this session right now. And can you share anything that I can share about groups? Here's what he wrote. I'm going to read it to you verbatim. Listen carefully because there's an opportunity here. We did book some groups, introduced our Reconnect with Regent group opportunity. Now, capital R's, friends, make sure you write that down correctly. They introduced their Reconnect with Regent group opportunity for groups of family and friends over 10 guests, which offers private excursions and a private reception on board. Don't you love hearing that word private? Don't you? Do you think your clients, or I should say your unclients and prospects and shoppers, love hearing the word private? Don't you think they want to hear the word private more than ever before these days? Let me go on. We won't introduce it to the consumer until we get the kinks out, but it's available for booking now through our sales team. Agents can book group shells and may book the same dates as their consortium. So if you're part of a consortium or part of a group and Regent is a preferred, you may have this. Check it out. Make me happy, make my friend Sean happy, as we will allow combinability. That's a good word, a lot of syllables, I said it correctly, and some book dates opposite their consortium so they have more sailings with an amenity. Does that make sense? Right? Your consortium or your franchise or your host may have a sort of a certain dates where they have the special amenities built in, but you can also book some as well to get these amenities. And again, it's called Reconnect with Regent. So I just wanted to read that because I love hearing good news and I want to share that with you. And by the way, if there's I hate to use the word supplier, it's just not sexy. I like the word brand. If there's a brand you want to hear from, would you let me know? I'll see if I can either get them on the program here or at least get a quote from them so I can share. So I want to start off right now. We're going to do a few. Remember, we've got a lot of things on the agenda. So stick with me here. And this is important that let's make believe you're here in my office. You're hanging out or having coffee or tea, whatever you're drinking. It's too early for a cocktail, perhaps. And I want to hear your feedback. And I want to start with this one from Linda W. She's Cruises Inc. Agency. And I believe she suffered a loss, terrible loss in her family. So my thoughts, my sympathies, and yours as well, I am sure, go out to Linda during these tough days. So more than likely, she's not on this call right now. But she gave me a link to her profile, which is on her Facebook. Now, I just need to give you some color here, ladies and gentlemen. whenever I am asked to become friends with somebody on Facebook, let's say, and I don't know them, whenever somebody requests access to the private group but free group called Group Sales Success Summit, you got to be careful, right? You can't just accept friendships or let just any stranger, if you will, into your private group or to your friendship pages. So I always click on, now tell me if you do this, I click on the person's name, I click on to their profile to read about. Have you ever done that? About. And I'm here to tell you, so Kyle, hey Kyle does this. So I do this every time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that 7 times out of 10, and I'm not exaggerating, I'll go to about and there's nothing, or workplaces, there's nothing. Now, I know some of you, I get it, are sensitive to sharing too much information. However, if you're in the travel business specifically, and you want to join the Group Sales Success Summit Facebook group, let alone be friends, maybe you have a business page, I get it, or maybe you use your personal profile for your business too, I do. At the very least, tell me what you do for a living, give me your profile. Why aren't you doing that, friends? So maybe this is lesson number 1. Lesson number 1, go check your Facebook or Instagram, whatever, and is there some sort of profile there? Don't leave it blank. At least put 3 words. Okay, so here's what Linda has. Here we go. I can help decrease your stress and risk when you are booking your vacation with me. I do the work and you just sit back and relax and enjoy. What do you think? That's it. And I say that's it with a big smile, not that's it. Yeah. I can help decrease your stress and risk when you're booking your vacation with me. I do the work and you just sit back and relax and enjoy. Let me tell you something. There's something so sweet, so short, so simple about that. And listen, there are limitations on Facebook in this case for your profile. I'm pretty sure there's limitations, where she typed this in. And I just think it's so simple and easy, and it's just the real deal. It's pure and simple, and I love it. And I love it. Now, whether Linda picked up on this or not, I'm still going to share this with you. So pull up a chair if you haven't never heard me say this before, or if you've heard me say this before, that's okay too. Your purpose as a travel advisor. I don't care what fancy niche you're in. I don't care if you want more luxury. I don't care if you do, doesn't matter. This is what it comes down to. You have to fulfill all three of the following objectives that I'm about to share with you, and my boot campers, Hans and everybody, Ramona, who else is here? Carl, everyone who's been here before, Kyle knows this, you've heard this, I'm sure, as they say, Michael, Marina, ad nauseum, if you will, but it's worth repeating. Number 1, to reduce stress and risk. That's why people hire you, to reduce stress and risk. Number 2, to add value and convenience. Add value and convenience. And number 3, to transform the entire experience from beginning to end. Not just the trip itself, but the whole booking process, the whole discovery process. The whole thing is a journey, even afterwards too. And I love how Linda captured that. So Linda, thank you for sharing. I'm going to see if we got any we're going to comments here. Alicia just commented, I'm ready to book with her. There you go. Thank you, Alicia. I appreciate you sharing that. And I know that's going to give a little lift to Linda to hear. The next one I want to read is from Ryan. And Ryan is with the Ensemble Travel Group. And check this out. This is the profile. Now, this is on the profile page for Ensemble. So I'm assuming this is on all of your sites and so forth. This is it. Of course, you want to be consistent. No matter where your profile appears, it's got to tell the same story. So I know you're the same guy or the same gal that I saw here, there, here, and here. For those, so here we go. For those ambitious, busy professionals who need a wellness experience, Ryan of Ryan F&T, and I'm not using last names, by the way, is an accredited cruise counselor and travel advisor that provides exceptional vacation planning service, unlike other online travel agencies like Expedia. Ryan is a group cruise specialist that interprets value to the overwhelmed family reunion leader, the overworked young professional, and the seasoned traveler who seeks a truly inclusive vacation experience. There you have it. Let me give you a quick overview of this. Overall, I like it a lot for several reasons, because your first sentence, Ryan, is telling me exactly who you work for, who you want to work for, who you love working for. So I'm going to read that first sentence and know that if you're the right advisor for me. That's so important, a positioning statement, so I know who's your best client, who's your ideal client. For those ambitious, busy professionals who need a wellness experience. Now, I know if that's not me, I'll move on. But if it's me, I'm sticking with you. I'm going to keep reading. I love how you put your accreditations. Now, I would love to see this too. Let me just say that, for those of you who are an ECC, an MCC, an ACC, most consumers haven't a clue what that means. So if you're using that, which I hope you do, thank you, Travel Institute, then write it out or put it here. I don't think consumers really know that there are accreditations, so make sure you boast them. Exceptional vacation planning service, love it, terrific. And this one, I'm not so sure. What do you guys, ladies and gentlemen, think of this? Unlike other online travel agencies like Expedia, because he's talking about exceptional vacation planning service, and he calls one out, specific, Expedia. That's bold. I'm proud of you for doing it. It's bold. And what it's doing too, Ryan, is it's separating you from all the .coms. And by the way, I saw your profile picture, and ladies and gentlemen, hear me out. I sure hope you have a profile picture next to your profile. I want to see your smiling face. And Ryan, I saw your smiling face, and that's very important to me. Professionally, it was a professional photo. You're smiling right next there. And so when I think of, and this is with all due respect, because I'm not here to bash any companies, whether it's Expedia or anybody, but when you think of a .com, perhaps you just think of a big company with a call center, a reservation center, right? It's hard to identify a specific face unless a consumer is working with a specific employee there, and they do share their photo. I don't know. I don't really sure they do that. But by showing your name and your photo, there's a higher level of connectivity, because I know you're a real human being. And Alicia typed in, it's allowing consumers to relate. She says Expedia is never a fun experience. I hear you. So indeed, that could definitely, that's a statement. You're making a statement here. And I like the fact that you're bold about it. You say you're a group cruise specialist. You capitalize the G and the C. Cool. And this is interesting. This is my favorite, friends. This is my favorite right here. That interprets value to the overwhelmed family reunion leader and the overworked young professional. And that really, I think, will resonate with so many people, right? Who wants to be overwhelmed? Who wants to be overworked? Two great words. They both start with O, and I love the way that sounds. Overwhelmed and overworked. Overwhelmed and overworked. I love it. and you end it by a truly inclusive vacation experience. That's a little bold too, because most of what we can book may not be completely inclusive unless it is. Be careful, friends. If it's truly all inclusive, say it so. If it's more inclusive, so I'm just saying this is just a positioning statement, but be careful with that. Any other comments on Ryan's? Otherwise, I think he's got, it's good. It's really good. Let's go to Nancy. Nancy from Nancy D, boot camp member. Her company is Adventure Marketplace, and this is on her about page of Adventure Marketplace. Now, Nancy has it broken down by mission, vision, values, promise. But there's a kicker too, and it's hungry for more. And this is going to bring up a great tip that I have for you that Nancy is doing and demonstrating. Listen up, short and sweet. Our mission: navigating travelers on authentic, nurturing, global, and local adventures. That's great. Navigating travelers on authentic, nurturing, global, and local adventures. Positioning statement. Our vision, Adventure Marketplace, believes that everyone from individuals to a large group deserves to feel safe, guided, and nurtured when venturing forth to explore, discover, and expand their sense of self and space in this world. It's a big sentence. I made it through it on one breath, but it's very powerful. No, and it's very powerful. I like how your belief in this person, this traveler, and sort of the reassurance that you're going to take good care of them. You're going to love on them, because you use the word deserves to feel safe, guided, and nurtured. Safe, guided, and nurtured. Great, colorful words, Nancy. Friends, are you listening to this? These are great, beautiful, colorful words. And clearly she's using words that would resonate with that kind of a traveler. Our values, Adventure Marketplace values your trust. Together we seek to help you discover the travel experience you need. That's terrific. Together, meaning we're going to work together on this. This is going to be a consultation. We seek to help you discover the travel experience you need. Our promise, Adventure Marketplace promise to listen, to serve, and to guide you on your journey. Who would think of putting the word listen? I mean, it's beautiful. It should go without saying, but you know, and I just wrote an article, just finished right before I flipped the switch on today's Power Hour, about the 7 reasons why I didn't buy from you, and it's going to appear in my article called, I have a long-running column called Motivationally Speaking, that's published by TRO, Travel Research Online. And one of the reasons why I didn't buy from you is because you weren't listening. Now, friends, when's the last time you called a company, or you emailed a company, or you were doing a real-time chat with a company and you knew they weren't listening? They were just giving you the pitch without listening. Now, here's the kicker, friends, that it was really important. If you're not doing, I encourage you to do. It says, hungry for more? Question. Check out Nancy's 6-minute Picha Kucha. Picha Kucha. That's fun to say. Presentation. The theme of the evening was sense of place, and Nancy finds a broader sense of place through travel. I love it. And friends, here's the thing. If somebody is reading your profile and they've made it through sentence 1, sentence 2, sentence 3, you've got them good, you're going well, keep the momentum going, and offer them something, give them something. What is the next step? Now, I know, Kyle, you're a marketing expert too, so you're hearing what I'm saying, and either you're already doing this or you're loving what I'm hearing, and all of you, is that keep the process going. Okay, what do I do now? Do you want to offer me, the interested consumer, a free downloadable 1-page special report PDF of the top 5 places I've visited and why, or what to pack on a river cruise, or the biggest risks and how I help you eliminate them when doing an adventure trip. Whatever it is, it has to meet and speak to your expertise, your passion, your niche. But give me a next step. You can say, sure, go to my website or go here or go here. Or to see pictures of my most recent journey, click here and take them right to that beautiful page of you, your beautiful smiling face, having a good time with a group or exploring someplace new. Give me a next step. If you've already got me on the hook, reel me in by beginning to immerse me in you. I hope that makes sense to everybody. Yeah? Makes sense? Okay, good stuff, Nancy. All right, now we're going to go to Hans. Hans, this is Hans is the founder of the Nonprofit Travel Alliance, NPTA. So I'm going to read this to you. Now let me see here. Kyle wrote here, so right, always have the call to action. There you go. Call to action, CTA, not to be confused with certified travel agent. But there you go. Okay. Next, I'm going to read this, and again, give me your input, your feedback here. And obviously, the name of Hans's company also says what it is. Wouldn't it be great to have a name of a company that says what it is? Nancy's company says what it is and what it does. Adventure Marketplace. There you go. If you can do that, that's part of your marketing. That's part of your branding. The title in and of itself is a marketing statement. The Nonprofit Travel Alliance was founded as a means for small to mid-sized nonprofit agencies and groups to have access to unique cultural travel programs. There you go. I mean, we could leave it right there. It's Hans, without any fancy, wordsmithing, but factually speaking, this is who we are, what we do. This is our mission statement, period. End of sentence, short and sweet, beautiful. And if I'm interested, I'm going to keep reading. These travel programs serve as a valued added benefit to Alliance partners and may be used to enhance our partners' fundraising programs. Okay, so now you're explaining the connection between travel and fundraising. NPTA works with the world's finest travel partners to provide exceptional travel experiences. And now you see you're making it full circle here. I love it. You're explaining what you do, who you do it for. NPTA is administered by Hans, the executive director. Hans is a travel professional certified as a master cruise counselor, MCC. Thank you for spelling it out. By the Cruise Lines International Association. Drop some names. I love it. There's nothing wrong with that. Most consumers have no idea what these organizations are. He's also a certified travel counselor, CTC, certified by the Travel Institute. Love it. Drop some names. The leading educator of travel professionals. Love it, love it, love it. Good stuff. Short, sweet, powerful, and you can't get any more focused and specific than this. Well done. Any comments? Anything? Anybody want to add anything? And then we're going to go to the next one. Oh, you know what? In between, I want to read this to you because I found this article. I keep, do you keep articles that you find inspiring, encouraging, and motivating? I do. I have tons of them. And I found this one from Guy Kawasaki. I'm sure you've heard of his name. And I'm going to read this to you. It's short and sweet. And guess what? If you haven't already seen it, I uploaded it here. So you can, it's a handout. So go ahead and download it. I think it's about 1.5 megs. So it's not that big, but I think you're going to enjoy it. It was put out free through Guy Kawasaki's relationship with American Express. So I was able to download it and I've shared it. So, and I haven't altered it. So I think I'm free and clear to do that. Nancy's in the house now. Sorry I'm late. Substitute teaching on lunch now. Oh, there you go. I'm glad you're here, Nancy. We just read, you're going to have to go back and listen to the replay because we just read your beautiful positioning statement, your profile. So let me read this to you right now, friends. And this is just one of the pages. It's called Make Mantra, Not Mission. Make Mantra, M-A-N-T-R-A. Because at the end of the day, this profile we're talking about, We can also call a elevator speech. We can also call your mantra, your positioning statement. There's so many different names for it, but you know what I mean. And let me read this to you. You want to have a mantra that communicates to your customers and employees. Let me stop right there. Friends, go back and read your profile. Are you proud of that profile to hang it up on the wall? Because that's your mantra, that's your profile for your employees too. If you're not, then go back and rework it because it needs to be the same. Your mission statement needs to be the same internally as it is externally. So this is right off the bat, the very first sentence. You want to have a mantra that communicates to your customers and employees, the whole world really, exactly what you stand for and why your company exists. I mean, that's why this guy's a multimillionaire, and he just explains it so eloquently. Exactly what you stand for, you, and why your company exists. Your mantra will act as a guiding light for your employees and set expectations for your customers. There you go. I gotta leave it right there, just at that. And I'll just read this because now you can download it, read it yourself. Unlike a cumbersome page-long mission statement, a mantra. Now, in this case, he's talking about a mantra being 3 or 4 words that capture the essence of your business and the positive impact it can have on the customers and the world. So I'm not going to read you the whole thing, but go and download it and read it and let it inspire you because this is absolutely beautiful. At the end of the day, you are an influencer, friends, and if you're not going to convince me that you're going to have a positive influence in my world, in my life, on my upcoming trip, I don't need you. I'm going to find somebody who will, because I want to make sure you're the right person, the right business that is going to understand what my needs are, is an expert, has the knowledge, has the experience, has the skill sets, because I'm putting a lot of trust into your hands. You know, I said before to you all that you have 3 objectives, right? You remember that. But at the end of the day, if you really want to bubble it up, people hire you to have somebody to blame should something go wrong, right? I mean, that's why, I mean, I had a giant tree fall. We had a huge windstorm, straight line winds or straight line rain, whatever, I don't know. It was nasty. And it was an old tree in Midtown Memphis. And thankfully it did not hit the house, but it blocked the driveway and the street. Well, I decided not to go chop it up myself. I hired the experts because I knew I could do it myself, and I had to find somebody who I trusted, who I knew, and was going to get it done for me because I knew what I needed and I knew they could help me. And if something goes wrong, I can blame them. It's the same with travel. So there you go. So let me go to, hold on. Then we're going to go here. Okay. Ryan, Metro Marketplace, not travel. All right. Here we go. Now I want to go to this because Ryan had sent this in early too. So let me pivot to this right now, friends. And remember, you keep the comments and questions coming because this is meant to be, you're in my office and we're having a conversation. Okay, so bring it. I want to hear from you. I want to see you writing and let me know if you've got comments, questions. Nancy just wrote our current mantra: one day or day one, we will travel together again. One day or day one, we will travel together again. Positive. There you go. That's a good mantra. Yeah, a mantra, of course, is shorter than a profile. So I stand corrected on that. I realize that. And I believe you can still have, I think it's a great exercise for you all and me, all of us, to have a mantra that's short and sweet like that, which could change. So listen, everybody. I have completed the golf course destination coursework through the Travel Institute. I want to market a Hawaii cruise to golf country clubs in his area. And Ryan goes on and said he's listened to in boot camp my Pitch Perfect series. And Alicia, I know you had made comment about the group launch sequence, which I'm grateful for that you heard great things about. There's also another series called Pitch Perfect that really takes you through the whole way of preparing for, delivering, and responding to the opportunity to make a pitch. You know, when you're pitching a group or people in a conference room on a group opportunity, or on Zoom, a Zoom call of what to do and what not to do. That's what Ryan is referencing. I've been reaching out to golf country clubs, learning about the type of activities the club participates in. That's good, doing your homework. Before I alienate the rest of my list, might you be able to provide some additional pointers? Now, when you say alienate, I'm not really sure what you mean there, but basically he shared the message that he's been sending out to try to start some conversations. Dear golf professional, my name is Ryan. I'm the owner of Ryan Fitness and Travel. By the way, F&T stood for Fitness and Travel before. You probably could have guessed, but I didn't say. I specialize in group travel, specifically group cruises, and I am also a Los Cabos golf destination specialist. Good stuff. Not a bad place to be a golf specialist, Ryan. Then he goes on to say, I love how you're, and this is where the information is specific, right? He's personalizing the message to that golf country club. And maybe this resonates with you, friends, because I know everyone out there is looking to go get new business. And if you have a niche, Ryan does, if you have a specialty, Ryan does, then he knows who his target market is. And this is his mission, is to see who he can help out there. And he says, I love how your golf club or country club, blah, blah, blah. I think it's amazing. So he personalizes it so he knows, they know he did a little research on them. I would enjoy learning more about your country club. Might it be possible to speak with you to learn more about your country club and members for 15 minutes over Zoom? So starting at the bottom up, if you recognize this, friends, he's doing a 15-minute meeting request, which I'm the biggest advocate for. I believe this is how you do it. You do all 15-minute meetings, because it gives that busy person at the other end a wall. Boy, if I don't like this man, if I don't like this woman, I'm gone. 15 minutes. Okay, I can spare 15. Now, what I would like to recommend, though, is we need to reverse this, because I feel, Ryan, that right away you're telling me you're going to sell me on something, because right away it says who you are and what you do, and that might be a little early, because you're talking about what you specialize in. Maybe your specialties can be simply put in your signature. And for my money, I'm giving you my professional business coaching here, I would specifically address, like you have, something that they do that you find is great, inspiring, and amazing, and tell them that you'd love to connect, that you are a business owner too, and you would love to learn more through a no more than 15-minute call. Can we connect? I'd like to recommend that you shorten it up a little bit. Make sure what you're sharing with them is very specific to their country club. Now, they'll see who you are and what you do, but you want to get them intrigued. Make them scratch their head and go, maybe this guy's got something here. A 15-minute meeting wouldn't hurt. So let's go ahead and schedule this. And I think the other thing is, might it be possible to speak with you to learn more about your country club and its members? Shorten it up. Shorten it up. Be more concise. Hey, can we jump on a quick 15-minute Zoom call? I'd love to hear your story. I'd love to learn more about your country club. Golf is my passion. It's my whatever. And that's okay to say, but I want you to come on nice and easy. Don't come on too strong. Just get me to agree to the 15-minute call and tell me why and prove to me that you've done some homework about me. So I think this is good. I think it could be made better. And if you're using a mail merge, friends, if you're going to send it out to a lot of different entities, that makes me a little nervous, because if I get an email and I really sense it's a mail merge, it's generic, I'm out of here. Look, I'm being honest with you. If I sense it's a mail merge and I'm one of 100 getting the same message, I'm out of here. The more you can personalize it, I know this takes time, but we got nothing but time, right? Personalize it, short, sweet, and concise. Mention something specific that you really know my country club, and make sure my guard is down, that I'm like, okay, this guy sounds interesting. We have something in common, right? Maybe even make that connection. You and I looks like, don't make any assumptions, share the same passion for golf, and I'm in a different form of business. However, I'd love to connect and hear your story, learn more. And there was one other thing here. No, I think that was it. That was it. And let me know how that goes, if that makes any sense. Oh, you're very welcome. Ryan said, I love it. Thank you for your help. You bet. I appreciate your edits. I was planning on using a mail merge, but adding in specific information pretty much invalidated that route. You're the best. Well, I'm trying. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's what I would do. Look, friends, it's sometimes in our minds, we're like, hey, man, it would be really efficient if I just sort of send a blast email out to 100 places, or 50 or 20, whatever the number is. And I get that. It's efficiency. We prepare a list, we buy a list, or whatever. But at the end of the day, if I'm the country club owner, or if I'm your target client, I'm probably getting a dozen of these a day. Let me say it again to all of you who are going out there trying to source new group business. I'm getting a dozen of these a day. And basically, and Ryan, I don't know if you've heard me say this before to everybody here, but I'll say it again to everybody, is that if you're trying to sell me something, I'm out of here, because I'm getting a dozen of these a day. Right? What you need, your number one job is to discover my problem. Right? In Hans's case, the problem is fundraising. And well, he's got ideas how to connect travel and fundraising together, so it's win-win. Nancy, okay, she does it adventure travel, and well, the people she's talking to are consumers who want to travel safely, be nourished, be well attended to, taken care of, and they don't necessarily want to do it themselves because they don't know these new areas. But hey, Nancy's going to take us there. Hold on. What was the other one? My goodness, right here. Oh, Ryan, before yours is, the overwhelmed. Hey, I'm that overwhelmed worker. I'm that overworked person too. You're talking to me, right? So try to make that connection on the most granular level possible. So I believe I'm not one of 100 different country clubs you're reaching out to. And look, this is just one way of going to source new business, friends. Remember that I teach you in a whole opposite perspective. The opposite perspective, it's one thing that you're going out far and wide looking for new business. It's another if you bring them into you, right? So that's what you're doing, Ryan, is called push marketing, right? Push marketing is when you're putting messages out there and you're trying to get leads. Pull marketing is when you are writing, you're using social marketing, you're doing live stuff, you're publishing stuff. You are the influencer, and people are coming to you. So listen, everybody, are you doing anything that is so profound that's making a difference that positions you as an expert, as an influencer, that's pulling people in to follow you. Say, this person is interesting. Maybe we should have this conversation at some point. Let me just make sure and check him or her out that they're the real deal. I'll read their profile, because we do have an annual trip. We do have an incentive, or we were thinking of doing a family reunion. Maybe we'll pick up the phone and call, but I'm going to sign up and I'm going to read the document you printed. I'm going to watch your little video. That's pull marketing. What are you doing for pull marketing? And even if you're doing push marketing, before Ryan, everybody, before they agree to a 15-minute meeting, guess what they're going to go read? Exactly. Your profile. They're going to look on your social sites and your website, and they're going to check you. I've said this to you a million times, everybody. They're going to come check you out. It all comes to that profile, whether you're doing push or pull marketing. But I really would hope that you would want to become the magnet. So that makes marketing so much easier when you're doing stuff that pulls people in versus going out. You can do both, but man, that's got to be your core, I believe. Karen said, please say what your opening sentence was again. What was my opening sentence? I don't know. My opening sentence in Karen, I know what you're talking about, in this letter, or what I said, because I don't remember what I had for breakfast, what I'm having for breakfast tomorrow. I'm just kidding. Hold on, let me read here. Karen D. Golf. I'm thinking best to plan several direct mail pieces to send, postcard or the postcard or the Alma Waterways Magna Golf Cruise. So this is what Karen is thinking, that you don't have to be one-dimensional, everybody. What you can do is you can send a couple of postcards, send a couple little things. Hey, thought you might like this, sign your name. And then a couple of weeks later, a week later, follow up with that email. Plant the seeds. Have a multi-level experience. So it's not just, hey, would you come to a 15-minute meeting? No. Instead, they've already seen your name a couple times before. Who is this person? And they're not coming on too strong. Maybe I will talk with them. I like that. Ryan said, sounds like I need to do some more pull marketing in my life. I'm about it. There you go. I love it. Report back, everybody. If you sit back and you go back and review that profile, send it to me if you want me to give it a review, and focus more on pull marketing. What are you doing to pull people in? I think right off the bat going to be more successful. Karen offers to you, Ryan. Could you say something about offering to help the CC, the Country Club, continue to connect with their members by offering travel experience to bond together? Yes. However, that's still an assumption. You want that Country Club person to say, boy, I wish we could do something to create more loyalty at our club. I wish we could do something different that other country clubs aren't doing to build our membership base. I wish we could do something to bring our community closer together. And you sit there and you say, I've got an idea, Mr. or Mrs. Country Club owner. I got an idea, because this is what I do. I use travel to solve problems. So maybe we could use travel to solve your problem. Do you mind if I work on this idea? Well, what do you mean? Well, I happen to be a certified golf specialist in Los Cabos. And for instance, last year, we brought a group of such and such there. And so use examples of what you've done. If you have done it yet, that would be great. Nancy said, pulling in now 16 for my second Zoom virtual series tonight on Tulip Time River Cruising. So Nancy, cool, is doing the third Tuesday of the month, a Zoom call, and it's a virtual series, and tonight is Tulip Time. So cool. And then Karen offers sandals, has those great golf postcards. It confirms that you have hit them 5 to 7 times. There you go. You know, you've heard this before, general marketing rules. You want to hit somebody multiple times. Hit. I know it's just a nasty word. That's not a hit. Communicate with. Communicate. Engage. Put your name in front of them. They don't know who you are. Make sure you download that article that I attached there. And okay, there we go. I think we have just a couple of minutes left. Stick with me, class is not dismissed yet. I want to ask if you have any final thoughts on anything. And you know, I'm already planning our next power hour. What do you want the topic, the subject to be? How can I help you build a bigger, better group business? While you're thinking and while you're typing, which I'm going to read in a moment, we have 2 more power hours scheduled for the year, December 1st, December 17th. And I want you to be there, come out in big numbers so that we can make a difference in your business, in your world, in your life. And do we have any final thoughts? Bring it. Nobody is dismissed just yet. Before I let you go, we good? Okay, looks like we're good. Hey, everybody, I want to thank you, and I want to encourage you to keep your chin up. I don't know if you have clients right now who are on that fence. Should I? Would I? Could I go? And they're counting on you to give them an intelligent response. And let me just give you this final coaching nugget, which I actually included in my Dream Vacations keynote, which is that I would like to advise you not to give them your personal advice, you know, but instead give them a series of qualifying questions you would consider personally before you made the decision to book that cruise, to travel somewhere, to go on an adventure, whatever it may be. I think the consumer will appreciate that better than hearing you say, oh, there's no way I would go, or absolutely. No. We all have our different levels of anxieties during this. And remember, at the other end of this crisis, your value will either have appreciated or depreciated. So use these days as leadership moments. Okay, and first things first is go back and clean up that profile. All right, everybody, I am grateful for you all. So glad you're here. Nancy said learning a lot about Memphis Blues and the Ken Burns. Yeah, and I've got to watch that. Very exciting. Cool. Stacy said awesome advice. Thank you, Stacy. You are welcome. Thanks for being here, everybody. And I'm going to end it the way I've been ending the last few ones because I think it's so fitting. My grandma, who lived to be 100 years, 5 months, and 27 days, right up to the end. If you were with her or talked to her on the phone, she would end every call by just saying, just be well, darling. Just be well.